Hello friends, this is Vinod Singh again from Travel Tech Guru, and today I'm here with my 15th video blog. And today I am thinking of starting a series of minimum viable products in terms of the travel technology for different vertical of travel businesses, be it a travel management company, be it the corporate, be it the destination management company, tour operator, travel agency. So I'll list down the features which are bare minimum needed in terms of the technology requirement to fulfill the requirement of any of the travel vertical. Okay, so today I will be covering up the minimum viable product for the corporate solution or corporate self-booking engine or corporate booking tool or online booking tool that's been termed in general in terms of the travel technology. And this is primarily for the travel management companies who are catering to the corporate clients. They are fulfilling their requirements. So I'll list down the bare minimum feature that are being needed for servicing these corporate clients in terms of the travel technology, in terms of the features they need in their travel technology solution. So to cover up the minimum viable product for the corporate travel booking solution or online booking tool for the corporates, I'll list down these are the pointers. They are the minimum pointer that needs to be there on any of the travel technology solution to be successful and to be usable and viable for any travel management company. So I'll cover these points one by one. So the first one is the booking engines or online booking tool that would be available to the corporates, to the travel desk, sitting at the corporate office, or probably fulfillment consultant sitting at the travel agency's office and taking care of the corporate's requirements. So for a corporates, the major services that needs to be part of any travel product should be a flight and hotels, and last mile fulfillment. It could be a cars or transfers. These are the bare minimum that they need in order to fulfill their corporate requirements whenever they go out for a travel or meet to a client. So they need a hotel, they need a flight, and they need a mode of transportation from point A to point B. It could be a car or it could be a fixed transfers. Okay, so these has to be a part of any corporate travel solution. The second points which I want to highlight is managing the corporate fares. So for a travel company, it is very important for them to fulfill the corporate codes which they have for their corporate clients, or if their corporates already have some corporate deals with the hotels or with the airlines, depending on what kind of volume they cater to. So these corporate fares needs to be passed on to those corporate clients, and they should make a use of it. And there should be a provision in the technology solution that travel management company can update these corporate fares, and the respective corporate should have access to these corporate fares. Moving forward is the employee management. So as said, the corporate solution is specifically for the employee of a given corporate. They should be able to create the profile of all these employees. They can define their designations. They can define what kind of privileges these would get, and under the policy I'll explain it further. They can create their passports information, their visa information, their emergency contact information, their home address in case they want to courier them the physical tickets. So all emergency contact information, all those has to be there under the employee profile, and their designation is most important because that would come handy when you define the policies for the respective employees. As said, moving forward would be the policy management. So you as a technology company or as a technology product offering to the offering to the corporates should be able to define the policies for the flights, for the hotels, for the cars, for the transfers. And based on the employee designation, maybe a manager might be able to book a premium economy and a 4-star property, but an executive might only be entitled for economy class and maybe a 3-star property. And again, they could have different privileges in terms of the upgrades, in terms of the budget budget could be based on the department as well, or based on the projects. So all those needs to be managed while defining the policies in the corporate booking tool or online booking tool. Post that comes in the approval process, so which is very important for a corporate in order to stick to the budget that they have defined for the travel companies, for the travel within the organization. And these budget can be controlled based on the department-wise budget they have defined, or based on the employee budgets that they have allocated for a year. And so every ticket that has been booked by an employee, if he's a CXO or CTO or a C-level employee, it might not go for the approval. But if it's for a manager or a senior manager or a VP or somebody else, it may go for the approval by their line managers. And it could be a parallel approval, wherein same approval can go to three managers at the same time, and if one of them approves it, it goes for the ticketing. Sequential approval is there, but practically it's not that used in terms of small to mid-size corporate companies, because there's a risk of that you would lose the fare that you have put on hold, or maybe you have lost the precious time and you might get an expensive fare if there's a delay in the approval process. Okay, and again, the approval process, it has to be out of policy or within the policy, or if you want to approve all the tickets or only the out of policy tickets. So all those permutation and combinations the corporate solution should give to the travel management companies or to the corporates to manage these kind of approval process within the technology solution. Okay. Post that comes in the booking management. So within the booking management, an employee who booked for himself should be able to see what all booking he has done in the past, what all bookings are pending for approval, what all bookings are being denied, all those information related to the past bookings. He can download the tickets, vouchers, everything whenever needed. So all those information he can see under the booking management. For a travel desk, he would be able to see the bookings of all the employees he made a booking on behalf of. Okay, and if there's any change or modification that needs to be done, he would be able to access it and can be able to do it from the booking management tool itself. Okay. The next point, which is one of the important point, is the kind of report that's been offered by the technology solution. So report is very important aspect for any corporate, and that helps them to gauge whether they are within the budgets or they have wasted a lot of money doing the last minute bookings or whatever. So they can gauge how much they're spending on their travel, whether the employee are booking sensibly or not. Okay, so all those information they can see, or also how can they optimize their travel spend, what is the right frame, whether they should be able to book it 3 days in advance, or they have to book it like 10 days in advance from the travel date to get the optimal fare. So all those reports helps the corporates, and it also helps the travel management companies to give the analytics to their corporate clients as a winning edge as well. Moving forward, I mean, these are the two most important aspects for the corporate travel. I mean, and the technology should enable the travel management companies to enhance these two most important aspects. One is the post-sale support in terms of modification, cancellation, or helping an employee on the move. I mean, he can simply connect with the travel management company or somebody's to respond to in case of the emergency situation, or he wants to modify or change or anything on the move. So he will be able to do it through the mobile app, or if you go online to the corporate booking tool, log in with their ID and the password and can connect to the travel management company. And this post-sale should be support like 24/7, and as an employee he should always feel secure that he's in safe hands in terms of the travel management company, and worst case scenario his issue would be resolved by the TMC. So all those are managed through the travel technology solution, and this gives an advantage to the TMC to win over their competition, and they should be able to fulfill a very strong service level agreement with their corporate clients through the technology solution. Last but definitely not the least is the duty of care. I mean, COVID has made it visible that duty of care is one of the most important factor for the corporate travelers, and so they should have access to the latest updates on the COVID information for a given destination, the quarantine timelines and everything. So they should have access to all those information. And again, duty of care also comes into the picture in case of a pandemic in a given destination, or in case of for example, in Australia, there could be a wildfire. So whether it's safe for corporate employee to travel to a given destination, and what norms or procedures he needs to undergo once he lands to the destination. So all those duty of care needs to be there. The corporate manager should be able to see where exactly their employees are, on which destination, what are their travel schedules, and in case of any pandemic or any epidemic or any emergency, they should get the alerts as a corporate admins or travel managers, and even the employees who booked the tickets or the hotels, that they should get the alerts that this destination is this issue happened in a given destination. Could be an earthquake, could be a wildfire, or could be any other crisis that might happen to the given destination, and it's not safe or viable, or you have to take care of these precautions before traveling to a given destination. So these are the most important factors, and technology should enable the travel management companies to fulfill these two factors for corporate clients, which most of the travel management companies don't have access to, or they forget, or they don't have enough resources to fulfill these kind of commitment to their corporate clients. Okay, so these are the few minimum pointers that needs to be taken care by any corporate booking tool or any online booking tool to fulfill their corporate clients requirement. And if you guys have any comments or any feedback that you want to share about the minimum viable product, or any feature that I missed out and should be part of a minimum viable product for a corporate tool, please feel free to share it down the video, share your comments and feedback, and share the videos with your colleagues. So have a great day, take care, bye bye.